G'day guys, how's it going? It is JarradHD here. Welcome to episode number 7 of season 1 of the Everton career mode series. If you do go on to enjoy today's episode, make sure that you leave a like on the video. If we could hit over 100 likes, that would be fantastic. We have been in pretty crappy form in the league so far. Went on a bit of a good cup run there, but league-wise, we have been very poor. Hopefully we can turn things around in today's episode. Also lads, make sure that you do subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. We are pushing for 25,000 subscribers before the start of June, so help me hit that. Let's not waste any more time though, let's get into your press conference questions. Dominic Mikulak says, rumour has it, after JarradHD's poor start to the season, he faces the sack. Can you please address this? I will address it. I have had a couple of meetings with the board saying they're not happy with how I have been performing at the start of this season. I have reassured them that it is a long progress. Rome wasn't built in a day. We're going to be alright. Just have some faith in JarradHD. Samo Jar, can you start playing a F*** football? I'll try. The Fesserole says, are you going to try win the FA Cup in order to achieve your season objective, qualifying for Europa League? I think we can do that quite easily without even winning the FA Cup. If we have to do it through the FA Cup, I'll take that, but I think we could easily qualify by reaching 5th or 6th. Official GW skills. Are there any youngsters who have impressed you and may be willing to give a go in a cup match or even in the league? A few players have. Dowell, he's played in a few games for us so far this season. He has been quite impressive. Same with Connor Grant, he is a centre defensive midfielder. He has been pretty decent when I have given him a chance. And then we've got a bunch of other youngsters in there that are more regular. They're playing a bit of Premier League action, like Bjorn Angles, like Kutamane, like Musa Dembele. All these players, I really want to start playing a lot more and really grow them up to be starting players a few seasons in. And the final question comes from VARDY'S HD. He says, do you think because of how the team are performing in the league that players like Lukaku, Barkley and Stones may hand in a transfer request? And is there any fear that you may lose your job as you are near relegation? As I said earlier, there's no fear about losing the job, but I am worried about the players handing in transfer requests. Hopefully Lukaku and Barkley don't do that. If Stones hands one in, then I'll be upset but not super disappointed, because Stones has really not impressed me to start this season. He hasn't been that great in games, so if we have to sell him on and replace him, then that's life. But Barkley and Lukaku, I'll be torn up if we have to lose those two. So thank you once again for your press conference questions. Leave some more in the comment section down below and yours may get answered next episode. Let's get into the gameplay though. So we are jumping into the gameplay now, doing a bit of training to kick things off here. Let's see if anyone can grow in overall. So both our goalkeepers, Karius and the Youth Academy Project Baker, getting an A, almost hitting a 63 rating, which is fantastic to see. Let's see if we can turn our fortunes around though. The opening matchup in today's episode is against the side I was considering doing a career mode with. Of course, I did do this side last year with my FIFA 15 career mode. It is the Eagles, it is Crystal Palace. Let's see if we can get the 3 points against them at Goodison Park. Here is our lineup, and then here is their lineup. Some very good players in there. Johan Cabaye, Scott Dan, who is one of my favourite players in real life. I think he is an amazing centre-back. Wouldn't mind bringing him into the club, to be fair, but they get the first opportunity there. Damien Delaney heading that one just wide of the post, and now MacArthur going to Yannick Bolasie, going to Johan Cabaye, into Fraser Campbell. Campbell's looking for someone, getting past some poor defense. Johan Cabaye hits it. Good save from Karius and well cleared away from Jags. Anyways, they push on just before halftime, looking to get a goal going into halftime. Karius making a very crucial save there, and we get rid of it. It has been all Crystal Palace, unfortunately, to kick this game up. Yannick Bolasie getting past Gerard Deulofeu. It goes off the post. What a save from Karius, being one of our best players so far this season. What a huge signing he has been, and that is just a top class save. Really proves to us that Karius is going to be a top player in the years to come. Yannick Bolasie, though, tearing our defense a new one. Very unfortunate to go behind there. Although we have been getting dominated by Palace, it just falls straight into the path of Fraser Campbell, belts off his shin, and Crystal Palace have the 1-0 lead in this game. Not happy about that at all. We don't deserve to be in the lead here. They've been dominating us, and just there, that just shows how poor we have been. Jagielka not having a very good game, a failed clearance, but fortunately Karius was there to make the save. But another very disappointing loss there, 1-0 against Crystal Palace. So after that loss against Crystal Palace, the Howard Kendall medal points are going to 3 points to our goalkeeper Karius. No one is getting 2 points. We were absolutely shit in that game, so no one deserved the 2 points. And then 1 point to Ross Barkley. So we jump back into training once again. Gonna give the lads that are getting trained a bit of a workout. They need to get whipped into shape, and we really need to turn our season around. Bjorn Engel's heading up to a 75 rating. He has been very good, and I'm considering playing him in the next game because he has been one of our shining lights in this season so far. There's a few lower rated players that have really been providing the goods for us so far this season, and taking a look at the ladder here before this game against Norwich, this is not where we want to be 15 games into the season. 15 points and close to the relegation zone. We need to turn our season around here. Let's see if we can do it at Carrow Road against Norwich City. They have a decent side, we have a decent side as well. Funes Mori and Mbani Yang coming into the starting 11. Darren Gibson is in there as well. Lukaku hasn't been amazing lately, so I wanted to give Yang a bit of a crack, but they get the first opportunity here. Malumbu through to Mbakani. What can he do? He goes back to Malumbu. It goes to our former player, Stephen Naismith, the former Evertonian, belting that one over the crossbar. Pushing on, however, 26 minute, a bit of space here. Ross Barkley going to Darren Gibson. Darren Gibson back to Niang, goes to Barkley, hits it off the left. What a goal! Freaking Ross Barkley. I spoke last episode about how amazing he has been and how he just needs to pick up his act in the finishing department. That goal there may be a career-defining goal for Barkley. What a freaking goal there. The English international giving us the 1-0 lead and providing us with so much confidence. Can Kevin Morales make it 2-0? It is a good tackle from Pinto, but Morales keeps challenging him. Pinto chips it into the path, and Yang almost scoring what would have been an absolute gift of a goal, but a fantastic point-blank range save from John Ruddy. Can Niang make it 2-0? No, he cannot. Unlucky not to score that. Another fantastic save. As we get a free kick here in the 69th minute, Delafeu back to Jags. Jags to Leighton Baines. Leighton Baines back into Delafeu. Our muscles the defender. Hits that one. Gerard Delafeu, take a bow, son. The Spanish genius, scoring an absolute belter of a goal to give us a 2-0 win and to surely provide us with 3 crucial competition points. Look at him absolutely manhandle the Norwich defender there. Fantastic stuff. 2-0 up. We need to hold our cool though. It is freaking Pinto crossing that one. What are you doing, Funes Mori? How can we allow Mbakani to score such an easy header goal? Not very good there from Funes Mori. Very worried now. 2-1. Can we score a third goal to secure the points? Leon Osman off the bench. He's going himself. Belts that one. Belts it over. But lads, it does not matter. We clipped 3 points. A fantastic performance from the lads. Very contrasting from the game against Palace. 2-1. After that big win there against Norwich City, we have decided the Howard Kendall medal points go to 3 points for Ross Barkley, 2 points for Gerard Delafeu, and 1 point for Mbani Yang. We will jump into the third game in today's episode, and it is a bit of change of pace. We are travelling to White Hart Lane, taking on Tottenham in the Capital One Cup quarterfinals. As you can see there, we have been given one of the more difficult sides in this competition, so we're really going to be up against it. They are a pretty good side in this game. I'm pretty sure they defeated us last episode 2-0, or the episode before that 2-0. Some episode in it, they smashed us 2-0. Let's see if we can turn that around, and let's see if we can get the result here. Here is our Everton lineup. Lukaku up front, Tolisso there. Ericsson is on the attack. 3rd minute into it. Harry Kane, Browning up against Harry Kane. He passes that one to Moussa Dembele, and as soon as I did that, I knew what the result was going to be. John Stones, a player that has been quite disappointing for us this season, compiles the misery. A red card in the 6th minute there for our captain, our acting captain. And now Spurs have an opportunity to take the lead. Harry Kane belts it off the post. He misses it. And what a crucial challenge there from Tyus Browning at the end. They missed the penalty, and that is a little bit of hope. But we are up against it if we're going to win. A great ball there from Connor Grant to Aaron Lennon against his former side. What can Lennon do? He cuts around. He's going to pass that one to Grant. Grant turns. He goes back to Lennon. Lennon hits it. Good save from Michel Vorm. We almost score a goal up against the odds. What a goal that would have been as well for Aaron Lennon. But Eric Lemaier skinning Galloway there. He's running down the line, crossing that one, and Christian Eriksen. What a goal, man. But Eriksen unfortunately gives Spurs the 1-0 lead. Not much Timmy Howard could have done about that one. We are up against it now, feeling the heat from Spurs. Lemaier is denied there. Good save from Tim Howard, and Bjorn Engels tries to get rid of it. Harry Kane does foul him in the process. As we move into the second half, it is all Spurs at the moment. A failed clearance there from Galloway. Dembele hits it, but a good save there from Timmy Howard at point blank range. And honestly, you got to feel sorry for Tim Howard at this point, as Spurs do make it 2-0 there. Ahead of goal from Harry Kane. You got to feel sorry for Tim Howard, because as a goalkeeper, when your team's one man down and you're getting put in so many difficult positions, it's just not fun as a keeper. It makes you look bad. So Timmy Howard's really putting in the good yards there. Another good save at the near post from Tim Howard. Unfortunately, on a different day, we probably would have won that game if we didn't have the one player sent off. But we are eliminated from the Capital One Cup. 2-0 loss. After the unfortunate Capital One Cup exit against Spurs, the Howard Kendall medal points are going to 3 points to the American hero himself, Tim Howard, 2 points to Tyus Browning, and 1 point to Aaron Lennon. As we jump back into the gameplay, another training session here. Really loving training some of these Everton players. A lot of potential in the squad. And Baker goes up to a 64 rating. Get in there, son. That is fantastic to see. He is growing like an absolute madman to start off this series. But we get another English scout report. Nobody amazing, but we do see this fella here, Ryan Worrell. We are going to sign him up to our youth academy. Looks like half-decent player for the future, so we'll definitely monitor him. But the final matchup of today's episode is against the in real life champions, who are performing in this career mode how many pundits believed they would perform in real life, down near the relegation zone. Hopefully for this game they perform like they should be, not like they have in real life. We want the old Leicester in this game. They can be amazing for the rest of the season, but right now we want the old Leicester so we can give them a bit of a smacking around. The Vardy party is starting, but a lot of their big name players, Wes Morgan, Okazaki, Riyad Mahrez, all on the bench here for Leicester. Gerard Deulofeu cutting past Danny Simpson, goes to Lukaku. Good save from Kasper Schmeichel, cleared away from Christian No Fuchs. Gerard Deulofeu on the ball once again, goes to Gibson, straight through the legs. Lukaku with another opportunity. He's going to belt that one. Romelu Lukaku. What a beast, the Belge beast, getting back onto the scorer's sheet. Fantastic goal there, and he gives us the 1-0 lead against Leicester City. As Leicester attack though, it is Albrighton looking for some support. He's going to run around the ball, going to Amati. He keeps going. Amati hits that one, but no real bother there for our keeper. Anyways, just before halftime, looking to double our leaders, Seamus Coleman goes to Gerard Deulofeu, back to Coleman. He goes, Barkley turning, no real defense. Ross Barkley scores yet another goal, giving us the 2-0 lead. And honestly, lads, I could not believe it when I scored this goal. That was way too easy. What happened to the defense? Leicester are so well known for their amazing defense, and it just went to shit there. Barkley, way too easy for him. As we move into the second half now, McCarthy to Lukaku. Lukaku turns the defender, cutting around, hits that one. Are you kidding me? Romelu Lukaku exposing the Leicester defense again and giving us a 3-0 lead. Where have these goals been all season? Look at that. That is so poor from the Leicester defense, and I'm proving to you guys right now, no sliders. We're playing on world class. No sliders at all. That is just poor defense from Leicester, and that is just a masterclass from freaking Romelu Lukaku. Looking to make it 4-0, and it really should have been Kasper Schmeichel pulling out a top draw save against Leon Osman's header. And Leon Osman on the ball once again late in this game. He sees the runner Moussa Dembele getting a rare appearance. Dembele, he turns around Christian Fuchs, finesses that one past Schmeichel, and Moussa Dembele scores his first goal in Everton colours. A 4-0 victory against Leicester. We have ruined the Vardy party. It is the Lukaku party. What a huge win, lads. Hopefully we can carry on with that. And after that big 4-0 victory against Leicester City, ruining the Jamie Vardy party, the Howard Kendall medal points are going to 3 points to Romelu Lukaku, 2 points to Ross Barkley, and 1 point to James McCarthy. Alright fellas, we are going to wrap up today's episode here. We have been a little bit better than the past episodes, which is hopefully a sign of things to come. Before we wrap things up, I'd like to ask you your opinion on who you think we should buy and who you think we should sell in the January transfer window. That is coming up next episode, so I'd really like to know. Make sure you leave a like on today's video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below. As I said before, 25k subs is my goal. Help me reach that. Check out my social media links, Twitter and Instagram, both of those down below as well. But most importantly, fellas, I hope you have a fantastic Sunday. It has been JarradHD here. I'm out. Peace.